the CBI appears, and that's a question that we're asking, is the CBI buckling under political pressure? Because the CBI team which raided MK Stalin's premises, now we are told, did not even take permission from the joint director concerned in Chennai, and this entire team is being removed from the case. That's the big story that we're breaking here. The marching orders to the CBI team that raided MK Stalin's house came in from the CBI joint director. They've been removed from the case completely. Joining me now is Deputy Political Editor Kartikeya Sharma for more on this. Kartikeya, what's the latest?
We have been told that the Prime Minister's officers are very unhappy with this, and formal inquiries has been made by the Department of Personnel and Training, and sources have confirmed to us that Joint Director in Chennai of CBI, his permission was not sought by the team which was involved in the raid. The whole team has been removed. They will be questioned. Within an hour or so, there will be a formal press communication to the director of the CBI. The government is completely rattled by it, because this can be the last straw. Because this is one thorny issue on which every regional partner can come together, Gaurav. You see, all of them have been complaining that they have been at the receiving end of the CBI. CBI is used politically, whether GMK, ADMK, Mulayam Singh, Mayawati, Akali Dal, or any other regional party. Government understands that they have, by mistake, the Pandora box has been opened, and all of them can start speaking in one voice. And that's why they are so wary of what has happened in Chennai. So stringent action will be taken, and from a short while from now, Narayan Swamy will also speak to the press to explain his position, because he got chided by Finance Minister Chidambaram on this.
Oh, indeed, Chidambaram, the Finance Minister said, I usually do not comment on actions of another department, but this time I will make an exception, and he said that he strongly disapproves of these raids. Now, if the CBI director did not order it, the joint director did not order it, how were these raids carried out? Who took this decision? Do we have details yet, Kartikeya?
Not now, Gaurav, but even Congress MPs were taken aback. Some of them went and spoke to Sonia Gandhi. And Sonia Gandhi also expressed her displeasure, saying that this shouldn't have been done. I would say the single incident has rattled every senior politician in this government, because they do understand that this is not about whether government survives or not. This is about that the government, this Congress will become friendless in 2014 elections. They will find it very hard to keep their allies. You see, ramification of one little small raid is too huge. It means that the Congress can become friendless when it comes to a Lok Sabha election. And this is the political ramification. And that is why such stringent action is being taken to give this message that the top leadership was not involved. And this was not something which, this was not a conspiracy which was hatched in Delhi.
Okay, but the DMK is up in arms. The DMK, and sources are telling headlines today, the DMK says this is an all-out war that the Congress has declared. T.R. Balu went on record to say that the government is playing with fire, and this is nothing else but political vendetta. This is what the Congress is being accused of, Kartikeya.
Oh yes, that's the point I'm trying to make. This is unacceptable to each and every regional party. Even Mulayam Singh was supposed to touch this issue in Parliament, but because there was so much of ruckus in the House that he was unable to speak. Today, if the House would have functioned, Gaurav, then Mulayam Singh would have been speaking against the Congress government on the issue of CBI raid, and Sushma Swaraj would have taken the lead. And this has been part of I would say that this is a recurrent discourse in Parliament, where every political party has accused the government of misusing CBI. But then, understanding that the repercussions are so huge, the action is being directed from the top, and within half an hour or so, we'll have Narayan Swamy on board speaking to the press, and we'll cut it live, Gaurav, for the viewers of the headlines today.
Indeed, indeed. What is, you have your ear to the ground. You've been speaking to your sources in the Prime Minister's office. What is the government's defense, Kartikeya?
So the government defense is that the joint director of the CBI in Chennai wasn't aware of the raid. Even the CBI director did not know. Then they are saying that they did not enter the house of Stalin. They went to the premise where the car was parked. It was an old case, saying that there was some momentum in it. But the fact of the matter is that they have stirred the hornet's nest.
Oh, they indeed have. They indeed have, Kartikeya. Don't go away, Kartikeya. Stay with me. I want a reaction. M. Karunanidhi has just reacted. Rohini Swamy joins me with the latest. Rohini, what is Karunanidhi saying?
It is a very interesting stand that is being taken by the MK Supremo. Basically, he is saying that if the central minister, that is when we have seen Mrs. P. Chidambaram react, he says if they don't know about the raid, then we have reasons to believe them. It is basically they are doing a touch and go at this point of time. They're not ready to take a proper stand, and all they're saying is that if there are politics that runs in the center, it runs in the state too. But in terms of the question, it's asked that if it's an issue of political vendetta, if political vendetta happens at all levels. It happens in the center, it happens in the state. So possibly they are, as of now, leaving loose ends, because we've seen how, as of now, when it came to the Sri Lankan issue, the DMK has been saying they will not withdraw from the decision they have taken.
Okay.
But at this point of time, this kind of a stand that's being taken means that they're softening their stand. It's clearly that they're not going and directly targeting the Congress at this point of time. But we are also told that there are enough discussions that are taking place between the centre and the DMK Supremo. And as we speak, Stalin also is in the assembly as of now. We're also awaiting a reaction from him when he comes out of assembly.
Okay, and that's very interesting, Rohini. This is almost like blowing hot, blowing cold. T.R. Balu says this is political vendetta, the government is playing with fire. But Karunanidhi says if Finance Minister says I wasn't aware of these raids, we believe them. If the Finance Minister says that he disapproves of this, then we believe him. So this is, they're blowing hot, blowing cold. A lot of back channels happening between the Congress and the DMK, Rohini.
Absolutely, that's what I've been told, and that's what we're getting to know from our sources in the camp, that there is a lot of talk that's taking place. But very clearly, like I was saying, that the fact that when the moment the raids took place, Mr. P. Chidambaram, the finance minister, reacts saying he condemns the raid. The fact that the DMK Supremo at this point of time is saying that if it's political vendetta, he tells the media person, it's your imagination if you want to turn it into political vendetta. As of now, we do not know what it is. But very clearly at this point of time, in looking at the situation that Tamil Nadu is, the fact that the DMK is fighting for the Tamil Elam, for the rights of the Tamil Elam, and especially when it comes to the resolution, at a time when the timing of this raid is being looked as a backlash to the fact that they have talking about withdrawing support from the UPA, that is what is being softened as of now. Typically, people who have thought and in the camps, in the DMK camp, they were saying that they will decide the further course of action of how to retaliate for this action of the CBI. But the fact remains that now there has been enough talk from the centre and Congress with the DMK Supremo to say that the Congress, especially the Congress MPs, did not know about this raid, and this is done individually by the CBI. And that is possibly the reason why we're seeing the softening of the stand, especially from the DMK side here in Tamil Nadu.
Headlines Today's executive editor Rahul Shivshankar joins us with several other questions that need to be answered now, Rahul.
Gaurav, the moment at 8 o'clock when Headlines Today became the first channel to break this news story, several questions immediately arose. The first and foremost, of course, was, do these raids by the CBI prove that it has become an instrumentality in the hands of the government of the day? Subsequently, of course, the CBI decides to do a U-turn. Now, if it was doing a U-turn, does it suggest that it was trying too hard to please its political masters? Because subsequently, we've heard the Union Home Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, coming out and saying that he never authorized these raids. He was not even aware of these raids. Now we have people from within the CBI putting out the story that this was the action of some independent agents on the ground. If that was indeed the case, then why was a U-turn done? And that's really the third question that we're asking. If the raids were predicated on sound reasons, why have the raids been discontinued? Surely the CBI went in there because it suspected that there was something to be gained. There was something to be determined. There was some irregularity that they were investigating that needed to be unearthed. Why, therefore, suddenly halt the raids? If your bona fides are correct, they're true, and if there were sound rationale for the raids, if there was evidence of wrongdoing, why would you therefore give a reprieve, which only suggests that once again the CBI bowed under pressure, that it buckled, that it is an instrumentality. So it's a catch-22 for the CBI, Gaurav. On the one side, it goes in raids, then it decides to halt the raids. It's a question of first acting, obviously, to please someone, and then retracting, obviously under pressure from someone. Questions will be asked all day today, perhaps,
yes,
of this government by the opposition parties, in principle, Gaurav, of the Samajwadi Party. Three big questions. we're also going to put out the big takeaways in just a few moments. Gaurav.